welcome to Winnipeg. Now, something a little different here. When Gabe came over yesterday, he brought 4 of these. So what happened was, I said, okay, I'm going to put them in the fridge and I'll have 1 a day. So last night, I think it was somewhere around the time we had a power failure. I guess we'll be talking about that later. We had quite a storm come through here yesterday, late in the afternoon. Anyway, I thought I'm going to have one. So I had one, and it was so good, I had 2. So now there's only 2 of these left. There's this one, and there's one still in the fridge. So I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut this in half. But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have half, and I'm not going to be able to control myself. I'm a foodaholic. Hi, my name is Ron, and I'm a foodaholic, you know. Okay, enough foolishness here. I think maybe I'm going to put this back in the fridge and save it for tomorrow, because yeah, I think that's what I better do, because I told Gabe I'm only going to have 1 a day. So I guess if I don't have 1 today, then I sort of had just 1 a day. Anyway, yeah. So Gabe's wife sent these along. Thank you very much. They were delicious, absolutely delicious. Okay, let's put this out of sight here. You know, out of sight, out of mind. I'll just sort of put it underneath the camera here, in the dark. Okay, what do we got to do here today? Oh, by the way, these things here, my intent is to put the macro lens on sometime and show the wonderful detail that is on these figurines. I think you call them figurines, right? Or is it just figures? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so we'll do that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stick the I'll do an 8K special. It'll be just a little short add-on video. Watch for it. It may not happen for a couple of days. I got to be in the mood to do this sort of thing, because to do 8K is time consuming, and you got to be in the mood for it. All right, now today we are going to get. I've got my K-screw here. And we got to get some little parts. We have to make 4 of these things. Oh, the sunrise this morning. There was no sunrise this morning. It was cloudy again. And the weather people are saying that we might get sun off and on. So I'm hoping to get out on my scooter today. Yeah, that's the plan. So far, I've been able to get out every day since the end of May, and so I've been lucky, because we've had some pretty powerful storms come through here. And well, as you're probably gonna see it, because I'll probably dub it in somewhere along the line here today. Let's get going here. Let's carefully put some of this stuff away. I don't want to accidentally knock these over and break my arm off or something like that. Those are amazing. Those are amazing. Once again, Gabe, thanks for coming over yesterday and demonstrating your expertise in painting and showing the different types of paint. That was really interesting. As you know, the comments are starting to come through, and people really appreciated that. We'll have to do it again. Yeah. Okay, let's get on here. Okay, we have to make 4 of some kind of a davit here. And may as well start out with the smallest part, the K10, which is right here. And I know it's so small you can't even see it when I zoomed in a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the macro lens on. And I do recall one of the viewers saying something about painting the hook while it's on the sprue. Now, I don't know if he meant the hook that we're going to have to be the little photo etch hook. I should dig that comment out and see what he was talking about. But it's a good idea, I think. But one thing I have learned is that what works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So we'll just see what happens here. In most cases, the ideas are appreciated and are, you know, I should adhere to them. Now, let's zoom in right here. Now, I was thinking afterwards, I sort of messed up here, and you know how I've often said I don't like to do retakes. Well, I should have used our let's zoom in pointer here. And yeah, let's flip this over here and let's get our little 1/200 scale Ron. Yeah, we're going to go what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get your slippers off of there. Oh, do you notice Mark was mentioning he did it right down to the slippers. He's actually taken this figurine and he's got slippers on there. That's amazing. Okay, I'm sure there were some of you that are hoping that now that I've got the macro lens on, I'm going to be sticking my little 1/200 scale Ron into the scene, but I'm going to save that for when I actually properly cover these. Now, we are going to be wanting to clean this piece of sprue right to the very top of that, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that later. Come on. There we go. Okay, we now need 4 K35s. And that is basically this part that I'm touching right now. Could be that's supposed to be a peg that goes in the bottom of the deck. I don't know. Anyway, this part right here is flashing. So let's just carefully get rid of that. And we'll trim it up later. I guess it didn't go all the way through. Oh, there we go. Okay, get rid of that. And now this piece, I think it'll be easier to trim off afterwards. It's going to hold it down here so it doesn't go out of sight. Okay. A lot of detail there. I want to be careful I don't nip off the wrong piece. For instance, I don't want to be nipping off this part right here. We only want to nip off this thing here. I'm gonna do that off camera. I can probably do a much closer job. Oh, here's a positioning peg right here. Okay, so this actually has to get nipped off. I believe something like, let's just check here. You know what, I better do this off camera. I might go too close and spoil it. Okay, now the largest piece for this little davit assembly that we're making up is the 19. And okay, this part right here is obviously flashing. I think it has to be nipped off right there. You can see here where we've got a positioning peg. I wonder if I could maybe do that right now. It's sort of an easy nip. So let's just see if I can get this adjusted in here like that. Okay, we've got that in the right place. That won't need to be cleaned up later. And however, this nip right here is a different story. I'll do that one off camera. Well, I was watching Peter Oskell modeling. He had this one of his live shows going on, and by the way, sorry Peter, I'm always late to the party. You come on just when I'm feverishly trying to get my video uploaded, and I always miss the beginning. I apologize for that. But anyway, what you said about all the photo etch on the Yamato, and how it took you 2 weeks to do some guns or something like that. I've done a lot of thinking about that, and I'm thinking that, yeah, it's probably beyond me. I would probably get too frustrated, and I have to tell everybody now that for 2 years I've been, saying Yamato, Yamato, Yamato. When I get the Yamato, I'm going to get the Yamato. I'm 99% sure I'm going to get the Yamato. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to have to deal with something else. And I am very, very seriously thinking about the 1/48 scale Trumpeter submarine. That's available here in Canada. In fact, when I started this series, it was sort of a toss-up between that and the Bismarck, and then I went with the Bismarck because I was watching Scott, Aussie Trekkie, and he was building it, and I thought, hey, I'd really like to make that. So I got the Bismarck. Had to have it brought in, if you remember. But at that time, the submarine was available in one of the hobby stores right here in Winnipeg. Okay, so I'm going to get 3 more of these off camera. Okay, photo etch D12. Now, are these the pieces that viewer suggested that I maybe paint while they're attached to the fret or the sprue? It looks like I've already tried to spray those. It looks like it didn't go all that well. Anyway, this is going to be, well, they're going to be kind of hard to stick on. I think one of those plastic parts has to go through the loop at the top. I think we can do it, though. I'm glad there's only 4 of them. There's 2 on this fret and 2 on the other D fret. I was able to get out on my bike yesterday, and I was actually able to do it the day before too, but we were so enthralled with Gabe's visit that I completely forgot to mention it. Now, yesterday I was out for 1 hour and 41 minutes. I think it's one of the longest rides I've had non-stop. Now, I'm saying non-stop. Well, I stopped at red lights and stop signs and so on, but otherwise I was going steady the whole time. Not very fast, but steady. And, yeah, now when I got back, about maybe 2 hours later, the storm that I saw moving in on the radar weather before I left, well, it arrived. It arrived in full force. I don't think my helmet would have been much help here. Okay. I've got our part taped down onto the plexiglass. Looks like I'm going to be scratching the paint off it. I'm not feeling. You know what? I think I've got this. You know what? I've got this upside down. I'm gonna have to flip it over. Yeah, I've got it upside down. That's why I can't feel the where the connection here is. I can sort of see it, but I like to be able to feel it. So just bear with me when I flip this over. It's funny, I never noticed that. Okay, I'm right up against the edge there. Maybe try and get a little bit more straight here. I don't want to get too far in. Let's try that. Alright, we're down. Now, there is no sticky backing on the other side of this part. Okay, I think I got it. Now I'm going to come in this way. I'm probably going to be blocking your vision a little bit, maybe. I'm holding my finger on it because I don't want it to go pinging off. Okay, I think I did pretty good there. Yeah, I think I did pretty good here. Okay, let's stop playing with them and get them into the tin. Okay, all 16 parts are painted now. Now, did I just hear myself say painted? I didn't mean painted. I meant to say all 16 pieces are cleaned up now. The only pieces that are painted are the little photo etch pulleys. Yeah. You know, I'm doing that a lot lately, and I'm not noticing until I'm editing, like right now. And I'm noticing that one of those pulleys is not very well painted. Actually, two of them. And the other two are kind of scratched off the paint. But, you know, I'm probably going to make a mess of it anyway when I'm gluing them on. Okay, we got, as far as I know, these loops go over top of these pulleys. I believe that's the way it's supposed to go. So let's try and assemble one right now. Get our manual going here, and hopefully we can follow it. I'm seeing a tiny bit of flashing here and there, but I'm afraid that if I try and sand it off, I'm going to end up breaking something. So let's just quit while we're ahead here. Okay, so we need a K19 and a K35 and now this, you can see right here that I'm just touching right now, there's a positioning pin right there, and it has to go into this hole like this. So that must mean that this, okay, it's this part that I'm touching right now, maybe it's supposed to come up against that. Okay, I'm gonna have to just maybe get my fingers in here and turn this. Hope it doesn't ping off on me here. Okay, so it would go gotta kind of hold it down. It's gotta go like this. Yeah, I can see how that's supposed to go. And it's supposed to form sort of like a tripod. Okay, you know, I think I can probably just, if I put some extra thin down in this hole, okay, just let me drop this down here now so I can pick it back up the same way basically. Okay, it took me a minute to find my extra thin. Like that. Now I do have probably about 30 seconds or so. Now very gently. I know you're not at the best angle. You should be more. Okay. If I could hold this down. Oh, oops. Maybe I should stop poking at it. It's just about right. It's just about right here. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Okay, let's just let that meld together. Yeah. Okay, now hopefully then that these two pegs right here, this one and the other one, are going to match up with holes in the deck somewhere. Now we have to get our K10. Well, we'll give this a chance to dry. Maybe I'll go ahead and do the other three. Then the K10 Well, we'll talk about it when we actually do it. But it's going to go in one of these holes right here. Yeah, I can see how this is supposed to look now. Now, I found that using the self-locking tweezers here worked really well, because I was able to hold those things on their sides and let gravity be my friend. Now this one here that I just bumped, I'm going to swing it around and show you something here. It's turned up on its back, you might say. There's a reason for that. Okay, now what I did on the other three, which I'm going to do right now on this one, is where these two pins come together, they're just, it's just a friction fit right now, but I'm going to put some extra thin right there and let that meld. It's not going to make a real strong connection, but it's going to be better than the nothing that there was. And if I'm careful, I won't accidentally break it when I'm mounting this in the deck, unless these two pins that you see here, have to be spread in order to fit. Well, then it's going to pull apart. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Okay, this part is basically in the same orientation as the drawing in the manual here. And we dropped our K35, which is right here, down onto it, but it shows that the K10, so let me see if I can get it here without it pinging into oblivion. Okay, the K10, it actually comes up from the other side. So I'm thinking that if I'm very careful here, just rotate this over like this. Oh, maybe I'll put it like this. I know I'm covering up the drawing. Probably going out of focus here too. I want to be able to drop this down, letting gravity be our friend. Now don't squeeze too hard, because if it pings, the harder you squeeze, the further it's going to go. Now it's got to go down in that hole. I'm going to have to tape my tweezers down here. So just bear with me. Okay. I'm not holding my tweezer here at the right angle, am I? Okay, I think I've got it now. See the pin right there? This is actually the first time I'm trying this, so is it going to actually go in that hole, or it's going crooked on me? Oh! That's okay, I see it. It's only about 20 centimeters away here. Okay, I'll try this again. Oh, gee, it's so hard to pick up. I wonder if maybe Tony's wax pencil would... yeah, I'm going to just see if I can get it to stick on the end of Tony's wax pencil. Yeah, just bear with me again. Okay, it's not on the end of it, but that's alright, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't want to go in the hole. What a bummer. Now, I guess that that means that there might be a tiny bit of flashing on the peg here, or it could be that the hole should be drilled out just very, very slightly. I'm gonna try it one more time here. Just once again, please bear with me. Whoops. Oh, it keeps falling off. This is where the tweezer would be good, except that with the tweezer, it okay, this is my last try. Oh, all right, that's my second last try. One more time. No, I'm going to have to drill out the hole, just very, very slightly. It's not like this thing actually has to turn in there or anything like that. It just has to give the illusion of that maybe it would turn someday. I give up. Okay, here's the plan. I've got a drill bit here that I think is probably not too big. And lock this in so I can turn it. There we go. Tighten it up. Yeah, that's nice and true. Okay, now we're going to stick the macro lens back on. We're going to drill out this hole. We're going to drop our pulley in place. And then I'm going to quit for this afternoon. This is not moving very quick, is it? Okay, let's get the macro lens back on. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Guess I should have saw that coming. Oh, did I break something now? Doesn't want to come off. So let me grab hold of it here, and maybe I need another pair of tweezers. Maybe this was not a good idea. Well, maybe I can hold it like this. Okay, let's see what happens here. Well, our hole is enlarged. And I don't think I broke anything. Okay, let's get this back in place here. There we go. Where's my other tweezers? Can't pick it up here. Using my left hand, it doesn't want to work. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have to refocus. Now, I just realized that the reason it's out of focus on me is because I've got this the wrong way around. Yeah, I almost glued it on the wrong side. Not that it would have made a whole lot of difference, I don't think. Okay, I'm going to give Tony's wax pencil another try here. Now this should just almost fall in. No, it fell out. I think what's happening is I'm knocking it off. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all the way down. Now, what I'm going to use is some quick setting here, some thin quick setting, and it'll evaporate real fast, and it should glue this together. Okay, does that look like it's straight? Let me check the monitor here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, when that dries, it should be fairly strong. A little while ago, I was out giving Missy a little dog treat, and wow, is it windy out there? I'm gonna get blown right off my scooter if I go out. if the rain holds. It's been raining off and on during the day here. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor. Comes at 3:30. So I gotta wind her up here. I got a lot of editing to do. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.